What's up, guys? Mickle here, and in classic SEC fashion, after losing the issue on the Bill Hinman emails almost 10 times now, the SEC is once again trying to hide the Hinman emails from the public. Guys, in this video, I want to go over what the SEC is trying to say now, whether or not this is going to work, because guys, what the SEC is doing here is absolutely insane, and you guys are not going to believe it. Guys, I also want to show you something very important that's really going to help you guys understand why a settlement is actually pretty practical in this case. I want to show you guys a video of a former SEC lawyer telling us why the SEC could be in massive trouble with the current Ripple SEC case. Guys, I think this is really important to watch because there's a lot of people in the XRP community saying that the SEC doesn't have any chance against Ripple, but at the end of the day, we're slightly biased because we all hold XRP. Guys, I want to show you a former SEC lawyer saying the exact same thing we have been saying for a while now, so make sure to stick around for that. Like always, guys, your support means so much to this channel. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and turn on bell notifications. These three simple things are going to go such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my link for Uphold down in the description below. Uphold is my favorite place to buy and sell XRP. With that said though, guys, let's jump right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, real quick, moomoo just upped their holiday promotion, and you can now win 20 free stocks if you sign up with moomoo using the link in the description of this video. Guys, you can also win a chance to win $60,000 in their holiday sweepstakes. Guys, moomoo is an awesome trading platform. They have a great interface and they're regulated. So guys, do not miss out on this opportunity to get some free money, and go sign up with moomoo now using the link in the description of this video. So guys, I want to start out this video and show you this meme because I think it's extremely relatable and likely how a lot of people felt when they first started learning about XRP. I feel like when everyone first learns about XRP, all they hear is that it's centralized, it's garbage, it's nothing like Bitcoin because Bitcoin's a real cryptocurrency and XRP is just some banker's coin. And then out of nowhere, once you do your research, you start to slowly realize that XRP is actually completely decentralized. It has a DEX, unlike almost every other cryptocurrency out there built into it. It has fast 3-second transaction times, it's scalable, low fees, and my personal favorite part out of all of this, because honestly it hardly gets any talk, is the fact that it's deflationary. Guys, honestly, out of every crypto asset out there, it's extremely hard to comprehend how XRP gets so little attention when it has so many of these amazing qualities. So many people just get so stuck into the narrative that is pushed out there by the large media platforms, the large influencers, saying, oh, just don't even look at XRP, it's not worth it, look at this instead, you can't look at XRP, it's a banker's coin. But guys, it's so funny, once you dig down into it and just take a look at what's actually there, you realize that XRP is by far and away the best cryptocurrency for our future financial system. And the fact that XRP also has Ripple, helping these large institutions, helping these traditional players adopt cryptocurrency technology, specifically using XRP. Guys, this is just another reason why I think XRP is such a unique bet in this system. I think it's one of the safest bets, but it also has some of the most upside potential because of who the product is being pushed to. It's being pushed to the largest players out there. It's being pushed to their traditional players who need this technology. And guys, that's why I just think it's such a fantastic opportunity in this space. So guys, now I want to move on and talk about something pretty crazy currently happening in the Ripple SEC case. It looks like the SEC, after being told they are not allowed to do this, are going to Judge Torres as saying the SEC respectfully maintains that the Hinman speech documents are protected by these privileges. Guys, after Judge Torres and Judge Netburn told the SEC multiple times the Hinman Ethereum Free Pass speech documents are not protected under any court orders, the SEC is still trying to say that they think they're protected. Guys, this is an absolute slap in the face to the judges who have already ruled on this issue multiple times, but even more troubling is this just shows they really do think they're above the law. Jeremy Hogan tweeted out, the SEC is still arguing that the Hinman emails are privileged despite losing that issue about 100 times already. Mind blown. And it makes me curious about what is in them. And guys, I cannot agree with Jeremy Hogan more. The fact that the SEC is so scared that they are objectively going against court orders to try to hide these documents is shocking. These things have to be so bad for the SEC to go this far out of the norms for how you're supposed to act during a court case. And guys, Judge Torres is going to see this and laugh in their face. There is no way Judge Torres is going to let these documents get sealed after she already ruled multiple times that they're not getting sealed. So guys, Ripple already has these documents. They can already use these in their case against the SEC, but now the SEC is terrified about the public seeing them. The SEC's main excuse for why these can't get seen, and I'll let Jeremy Hogan say it because he probably words it better than me, he said, also note that the SEC requests to keep these emails from public view because otherwise it would be foreclosed from making such arguments in the future. And guys, what the SEC is saying there is they are saying that the emails should not be released to the public, or else the SEC could be in trouble if any other party wants to use these emails against the SEC. Jeremy Hogan clarifies that that is not a valid basis for sealing these documents. And guys, once again, we just see that the SEC is so far out of line here. They are trying to do anything they can to prevent these emails from being seen from the public. Guys, this is back to what people were saying a while ago. The SEC is not going to want these emails getting out to the public, and this just shows how desperate they are. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to know until summary judgment whether or not we are going to get to see the specific emails that the SEC is so concerned about, because Judge Torres is ultimately going to make the call. Are they going to be public for our viewership or not? The SEC is desperately trying to say no. I think Judge Torres is going to disagree with them, and I think the SEC probably understands that it is a far shot that these are not going to be made public. That means the SEC's only course to prevent these from being seen is to settle this case. It's always back to this same issue. What we see here is that the SEC is terrified that these get seen, so terrified that they are willing to go against multiple orders from the court. And guys, I think John Deaton put it great. The SEC seeks to seal from the public the entire Hinman drafts and emails regarding his speech, although the judge declared them not protected by privilege. I wonder why. Guys, it sounds like John Deaton and Jeremy Hogan are both very skeptical about what is in those emails. Guys, Jeremy Hogan and John Deaton, who are both very smart lawyers, both think that these emails have to be extremely damning for the SEC to act in this kind of behavior, and they both allude to it in these tweets. Now, guys, with that said, I want to show you a former SEC official talking about how bad of a position the SEC is currently in, because I talk about all the time how the SEC is in a really bad spot in regards to this case on why XRP is not a security, but also in terms of releasing things to the public like the Hinman emails. Now, the only way the SEC can get away with this is settling the case, and that way they can get rid of all this damage they're about to take if they do lose to Ripple in this case. But guys, I want you to listen to a former SEC official telling you this because it just lets you guys know this is not some far-fetched theory by XRP holders. This isn't just something that XRP lawyers are talking about and no one else is saying. Guys, I want you to listen to a former SEC official telling you the exact same thing, because I think this is just going to make you more confident than ever of how bad of a spot the SEC is currently in. Listen up to this.
And to me, that's the mystery of what the SEC did here. Because if the SEC loses this case on the merits, I think they've sunk their regulatory project on crypto assets. I think they picked a very very sympathetic defendant to go after here. The Ripple Labs was not running a Silk Road type business. They were not running. They were not running a frivolous business. If you look at some of the early enforcement actions that the SEC brought in the ICO cases, they were frivolous businesses, and you just read them and they're silly. It just the Munchie token or the just things that clearly people had just sort of dreamed up in order to kind of raise money off of investors, and there was a mania going on. But Ripple Labs has a real business. The interbank market, the interbank money transfer market is a huge market, and they came up with a disruptive technology for that market. And Ripple Labs itself, I can't remember what its latest private valuation was, but it was a big company. It was not some tiny little company somewhere. And that's before you even get to the investors who lost money in the wake of the SEC's action. And the judge, I don't know anything about the judge other than what I read her Wikipedia entry. She was looked like she had been a New York State judge for many years, maybe had some background in the criminal law. At any rate, she doesn't look like somebody like me, a capital markets lawyer, a corporate lawyer, who might be receptive to the arguments the SEC is making. The SEC brings cases all the time that I, as a securities lawyer, think this is a slam dunk. Well, of course the SEC is right. And sure enough, they get in front of a federal court, where the judge is not somebody who spends their days obsessing over the federal securities code. And they kind of look at it from a more practical perspective and they say, what the hell are you doing? And I think there's a big risk to the SEC that that's what's going to happen to them here. That a judge is going to see a legitimate business that was shut down for all intents and purposes, or will be shut down for all intents and purposes, after they had been operating for many years. Again, on the last day of Clayton's tenure. And those are bad facts from the SEC's perspective. And, what the old saying, bad facts make bad law, is true. And I think the SEC is really at risk of having their regulatory authority throttled back here.
So guys, as you can tell by that, this isn't just XRP holders saying these things. The SEC's own officials understand that the SEC is in big trouble here. Guys, let's see how the SEC responds. Do they let this thing go to the distance and take the risk of them throttling their own agency, or do they settle and get out of this thing before it's too late? Guys, let's see what happens, but for now, I hope everyone has a great day. I hope everyone has a great holiday break, and for now, Mickle out.